Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the HarlequinCoHO Invitational Tournament semifinals. This is Game 3 in a best-of-3 between ProPipe and CryptoN. And I gotta say, this game is gonna be kind of interesting because this is one of the first games in this series where we see a little bit of game theory come into play here. So, the way things ended up was, after the 2 games of this match, CryptoN ended up with 430 victory points. ProPipe ended up with 447 victory points. CryptoN losing the second game. So that means that CryptoN gets to choose the map that they play their third game on. However, ProPipe, after hearing what map gets picked, gets to choose his race. So this is kind of an interesting situation we're in because both players so far in this match have kind of mercilessly pile spammed each other. So the kind of impetus is on CryptoN here. Now obviously CryptoN would love to play as pile spamming again, but since ProPipe has the choice, that's not necessarily going to be likely. So it's in CryptoN's best interest to choose a map that he could probably play infantry pretty well on. And as you can see here, he has gone ahead and picked Saint Mayor Dumont, a map that we do not frequently see. So let's go ahead and get this replay started and we can talk about that a little bit more here. So first up in the northern position here, you can see that we do have CryptoN playing as Johnny Crypto, his infantry player. Johnny Crypto, it looks like, and yes, this is exactly what I was kind of hoping to see here. You can see that he's skipping racks, and he obviously picked this map because this map has a lot of nice forward racksable positions. These 2 buildings in the center in particular tend to be really good, and check out how sneaky he's being here, just going right behind his base, grabbing the strategic point around this church area, and making sure that he connects this building up to his front property. So he's likely going to go ahead and forward racks right into that. Meanwhile, on the southern side of the map here, and he just used his forward racks, and like we had suspected, there it is, of course, right up in the front. Meanwhile, on the southern side of the map here, it looks like we do have ProPipe Blitz, and of course he does not have any sort of Wehrmacht quarters or anything like that. He is definitely going straight on into pile spamming once again. So kind of the rush is on here for both players to see who can take care of this situation. So this is interesting to note, by the way, that ProPipe is moving all the way out here in front, grabbing this fuel depot first, knowing that that tends to take the longest time to cap. Since he does have a lot of pioneers coming out here, he can easily pick up these connecting territories after he's rushed past them. So it looks like he's kind of going to go deep into territory first and then connect everything up a little bit later here. Meanwhile, I'm kind of curious to see how well this is going to work out here for CryptoN here. So CryptoN has got his forward barracks up, and for the most part just kind of sneaking around here with his engineers. So he's connected up his territory a little bit and just kind of spreading out some stuff here. And we do have the first squad of riflemen on the field. So let me go ahead and take a look at the mini-map right now, just so we can see how things are going. So obviously ProPipe has got massive early game capture ability on this map. But meanwhile, I think that CryptoN just needed to make sure he maintained central control. I'm sure he chose this map because it's a very campy map. There's lots of good places to put machine gunners and things like that. There's a lot of easy ways to kind of turtle up and keep yourself from getting flanked too much by big blobs of pioneers with flamethrowers and things like that. So, I'm not going to say it's a bad map to pile spam on, but certainly if he's going to be in a defensive position, kind of holding off lots of blobs of pioneers, having little tunnels like this and buildings that he can put machine guns in, there's not a lot of big paths to get through the center here. So I think that was his logic there, but we'll have to see if that's how it's going to go. So already you can see that the engineers here on the right hand side, it looks like they were trying to wall this off with barbed wire. Not a bad idea, but of course these pioneers have no problem whatsoever just clipping their way through that. Yep, and now they are all sneaking in and pretty much threatening this fuel depot. So very, very aggressive caps going on here early game. You can see this forward racks here is healing up just a little bit. And Johnny CryptoN, I'm just going to call him CryptoN, that's easier. His riflemen are just kind of moving in here. A bunch of forward riflemen like this, very effective against just a handful of squads. You can see that, no, these pioneers got left behind. They're taking a lot of extra damage trying to decap that point, and he loses the whole squad. So first blood goes to CryptoN here. Meanwhile, in the lower left, we can see that CryptoN is trying to aggressively cap this fuel depot, being shot at by twice as many pioneers, though, going to have to back out. So pioneers kind of all over the place for the moment. You can see that he's, it looks like ProPipe is about to hit 50 munitions, which means we're going to start seeing a first squad of flamethrowers come out here pretty soon. So those flamethrower pioneers, very, very effective on this map, though. That's one thing that CryptoN's going to have to look out for. Pretty much everywhere you can go in this map, all around these areas and all of these walls offer heavy green cover, kind of like what they're standing in right now. And that alone means that the flamethrowers are going to be a little bit more effective, especially with all the buildings and stuff. So taking a look back here at CryptoN's base, you can see he has gone for a weapon support center, likely going to see at least snipers or machine guns, something like that. So hopefully he's got the right idea again on how to beat this. Honestly, I think, you know, both players by this point are pretty experienced with each other's strategies. And here we have our very first Flamethrower Pioneer coming out right now, and we do see its effectiveness. These guys are, of course, behind this heavy green cover here, going to have to get out of there, taking 2 casualties. Flamethrower Engineers getting in the building now to be even more effective. Oftentimes they have the range to reach out pretty far from there. And now I do hear the rat-a-tat-tat. There we go. There's the heavy machine gun team even getting healed up a little bit, moving in range, just trying to keep these guys away. Note, by the way, that each player has got their gimme victory point, but nobody has expanded to the middle yet. So this victory point in the center still up for grabs. That's a very important one to grab on this map because this is just a nightmare. This little place here in the middle is just a death trap. So usually whoever can cap that first holds onto it for most of the game until the other player can get a massive attack and grab it back. It's worth noting, by the way, that ProPipe does have Vet 2 up on his Pioneers, and it looks like he pretty much just has a Kampfkraft Center, so no sign of snipers or anything like that yet, but we'll keep an eye. And just because I haven't quite covered it yet, just to recap for anyone, ProPipe does have Infantry Pillage, Flare, Stormtroopers, Rocket Barrage, and Heavy Armor support. And meanwhile, just for now, I'm going to go ahead and swap over to CryptoN here, so do note the minimap color changes while I do that. And you can see he's got his own set of Flamethrower Engineers here in the center, and his engineers do have the rifle upgrade. I believe that was a change from last time, actually. So, 2 heavy machine gun squads in the center here, Flamethrowers, Riflemen. He is kind of surrounded a little bit here, but it looks like he's holding things off here. You can see having to retreat, picking off what could have been 1 squad there. I just saw 2 casualties there. I believe that was a squad. Landmines in the center going off. So this is looking really good for Johnny CryptoN. He managed to cap that central point. You can see his machine guns are suppressing all of these little Pioneers on all sides. And this looks to me to be the proper infantry counter to Pyro spamming. Heavy machine guns, mines, flamethrowers, perhaps with the flexibility of having a sniper later on. Looks like he has no snipers right now. Just 2 rifleman squads, 2 machine gun squads, and flamethrower engineers. So for all you viewers out there who are always asking, you know, how do we handle Pioneer spamming as an allied player, I think this looks more or less like I would imagine it to go in a pretty perfect scenario here. He seems to have a very reasonable build order, and obviously he's taking advantage of the fact that this map is very constricted. It's very hard for ProPipe to flank him in these positions, so I think this is all kind of working out for him, and ProPipe has got a little bit of a challenge early game here, kind of getting away from that. Looks like ProPipe is building something. He did put up a Wehrmacht quarters. Let's take a look here and see, and he is now going for sniper as well. So we've seen this game play out twice already now, so let's see if this is going to work. So the challenge now is going to be on Johnny Crypto to be able to survive getting sniped out. Now he is very susceptible to snipers, and just to keep things even here, I'm going to stick back onto Johnny Crypto's point of view here. So huge flank coming here on the left now. The flamethrower engineers picking off one of these riflemen and decapping this, it looks like trying to grab this fuel point, but you can see that this central heavy machine gun team does have a pretty good shot out there. Wow! Wow! Look at those riflemen combined with heavy machine gun fire right there. Looks like took out a squad and really wounded another squad there. Let's see where that sniper is at. Sniper's moving up through the center right now, and really strong central control, but very vulnerable to snipers. So that's the only thing I'm worried about right now for Johnny Crypto. Looks like he's just putting some shots here into this building, but no, I just heard a sniper shot. First sniper taking off one of the heavy machine gun crew. They're backing up, but heavy machine guns being able to resupply in front of this forward racks here, that makes this situation a lot better for CryptoN. He will be able to kind of recover from those sniper losses a little bit easier. And, you know, you can always put the heavy machine gun teams into buildings. Buildings tend to offer pretty good fire against snipers. Snipers frequently miss when they fire into a building. A little bit of flame-on-flame action here. Kind of no advantage to either player. It looks like ProPipe, you know, both of them taking... Yeah, okay, CryptoN's got to get out of there. He is definitely going to lose it. He's behind cover, getting flamed. Oh, that may have been a bit of a blunder there. All of the supporting fire from these rifle-bearing Pioneers was enough to pick off the rest of those guys. We do have some camouflaged riflemen out here, though. Most likely they are looking for snipers. Let's take a look around here. Maybe he even killed a sniper. You know what? Nope. We have a sniper here on the left with 2 kills, so that guy repositioned. I'm guessing the riflemen were just kind of hunting around out there. But that's not a bad idea, by the way. You know there's a sniper down the road there. Camouflage up, run out there, and detect each other. Pop out of camo, and you get speed bonuses and things like that. Easy to, you know, take out a sniper real quick before he can retreat. So he's definitely on sniper hunting duty at the moment. And meanwhile, looks like just kind of hanging out here in the center. Sniper looking for more ways to pick off these machine gun teams. Bam! There goes another shot right there. Single gunner from the heavy machine gun team goes down. Heavy machine guns, by the way, again with this 20% increased weapons range. That's pretty cool. I'm sure both players now are well aware that the other one was going pyro spamming and making sure they had their appropriate army items for that. Camouflage being used once again. Didn't quite catch who that's on right now at the moment, but look at the landmines everywhere. Really, really guarding that right-hand flank. That is a great idea. At some point, that's going to benefit him. At some point, I'm guessing ProPipe is going to get tired of attacking on this left flank here, and he's going to go for another, he's going to try and switch it up and come from another angle here. Looks like, oh, could it be that the flamethrowers actually picked off that landmine there? One of those landmines got taken out. Maybe they never finished building it. Either way, Rifleman coming back from their kind of scouting on the right-hand side there. I'm surprised to see that ProPipe has been able to get this far into CryptoN's territory here. Snipers just kind of firing away. And I'm surprised also that CryptoN has not got his own snipers. It looks like he's intent on relying upon camouflage in order to take care of this. Mortar team. Oh, yeah. Mortar team in the middle. That's rocking. Obviously, mortar team's very susceptible to snipers. I like that he has this sort of buffering wall of troops up here. You can see these infantry are just getting casualties occasionally. Sniper keeping a really healthy distance. Vet 3, by the way. Vet 3 snipers, very hard to deal with. Vet 3 snipers recloak almost instantly. They move really fast. And it looks like these mortars are just going to kind of fire away. Oh, God. Could he be trying to pick off a sniper with a mortar? Looks like he's just kind of firing away at where he knows those guys are. But not a bad idea at all. You can see the flares out there. He's got to be careful, though. Rocket barrage late game will be an option, which means it's going to be impossible for him. Oh, look at that. It's going to be impossible for him to try and hold on with too much static defense. Sniper just wrecking these guys again. Look at that sniper taking shots. Look how fast this sniper shoots at Vet 3. It's really, really brutal. Watch this. He'll probably get another shot off. Look at how fast that guy's firing. Oh, he's just a machine. It's like